Itsumi said that we have to film her at her perfect angle. That's her perfect angle. This is my perfect angle, so we're both happy.
I hope so. Okay.
Okay mga kababayan, ang request ni Annie na magtagalog daw kami. So magtatagalog kami tapos i-translate ko konti sa English. Luisa here is my very good friend. Georgia here, just like Itsumi, is one of our young managers at work. You were petitioned by your father?
So my grandparents petitioned my dad, and then I tag along with my dad, and including with my brother. So this way back in 1998, and then I studied here in high school, and then college, and yeah. So basically, I spent like more than half of my life here in the U.S. But of course, I have a lot of Filipino friends that I still kind of hang out with them. So I still have this Filipino culture in me, basically.
So Annie, ikwento mo sa amin kung paano ka nakapunta dito. I said, Annie, tell us the story of how you got here.
Nakapunta ako dito dahil na gusto ko na yung future, kasi as I know from other people na kung pumunta dito, gumaganda ang buhay.
True.
As long as you are hardworking people.
Masipag. Tell me, you are a first-generation immigrant, right? You came from the Philippines.
Correct. But so it was through naturalization, just like Sumi. I'm actually, because my grandparents were actually from here. My dad took us from the Philippines in 1999. So I was like about 5 years old.
Oh, wow.
So pretty much, pretty
So-
young.
Yeah, pretty young, but yet.
But for college, I went to the Philippines.
You went back to the Philippines
Yes,
for college
for
because
college.
5 years old is very young, but yet she's very fluent in the Filipino language. So Lisa, tell them, how did you get here to the U.S.? You have quite the story.
I came here to the United States in 2001. I was working in the University of the Philippines, but I'm not happy with my life, so that's why I moved to US.
And how did you move to the U.S.?
I am a visitor and I don't want to be illegal, so I look for an American.
I like that one.
She's smart, I tell you. She keeps on saying she's not smart, but she really is. She's very street smart.
I use my beauty and brain.
I love it.
When
So-
I met my husband, I was too pushy with the relationship because I want to be American
You had a
citizen.
plan.
She had a plan. Strategic. He didn't know that it was coming. Bata ka pa nakapunta dito?
Not really. I'm mid-30.
Okay, I asked her how old she was. She came here mid-30s. And meron ka mga anak doon, di ba? Iniwan mo sa Pilipinas? Wow.
Iniwan ko para sa future nila.
I like that, Annie.
Yeah.
But he has a very good wife, definitely. She knows how to cook. That's for
But they
sure.
don't like my cooking.
Yeah, and I basically grew up with friends. Like hanging out with friends all day, eating different kind of food. So at home, I just don't eat anymore. So yeah.
They like American food. They don't like Filipino food.
Which is unusual because most Americans
Yeah.
love American food. Like Kendall, do you love our food?
Oh yeah, I love it.
Could you imagine that? She came here to the US with her husband and she left her kids at home in the Philippines so that her kids can have a better future.
Correct.
Correct. So, ilan ang mga anak mo at ano ang nagawa mo para sa mga anak mo?
I have 4 kids, 3 girls and 1 boy. And all of them got a medical profession.
And it's good that you came back here.
Yeah.
And it's good that your education there was carried over here. Tell us about that.
So I took medical technology in the Philippines because I was wanting to be a doctor. I didn't want to be just a medical technologist.
Right.
But because
Like most of us.
Yeah, but because I came here and I started gaining money, earning, so I stopped and I'm like, oh, I'm settled. But I'm
Yeah.
still aiming high. I'm still trying to pursue
Well-
at least physician assistant.
So tell me, you had how many kids in the Philippines before you came?
I have 3 from my ex and I have 1 from the American.
Wow, she's hardworking.
They, they call me nanay because in the Filipino, mommy, if you're rich, but we're poor, that's why they call me nanay. But now we're here in America, they still call me nanay. Oh, as a Filipino, that's why I got the 2 job because I want that all the tuition of my kids I already fully paid and they don't owe anything.
Filipinos are raised to be more mainstream in career, especially medical field. So how were you raised? How did that play out in your life? You are now at an early age a successful manager in the medical field and rising. So how did that play out?
Actually, I didn't expect it for me to get this far in terms of career. I'm just like very driven,
You are very driven.
Very career oriented.
I'm very glad to be like actually working with Therese because as I told everybody, she's very flexible and all that.
I
So
know.
if you have a good environment and good people to work with, it
Makes the whole world difference.
yeah, the world is easy. Work is easy. Work is not even work. It's like something you like to do.
Right, and also as Filipinos, I know that we are reared to be successful and usually in the mainstream field. Like art is not a mainstream field and I just happen to have evolved to be an artist, but at a later age.
My mom came here to America, worked hard here as a caregiver, and the money that she earns, send it to the Philippines to give us a better future.
Kaming mga Filipino, tayong mga Filipino, mataas ang pasensya.
Yes.
Matataas ang pasensya. Hindi masyadong mareklamo, hindi tayo mga marereklamo. So kayo diyang mga Filipino sa Pilipinas, continue to dream para whether nasa Pilipinas kayo, matutuloy pa rin ang inyong mga panaginip. Right?
Right.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Annie. Cut.